Good afternoon.
Shall we proceed, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you can.
Hello, madam.
Yes,
More,
sir.
madam. More, madam.
हाँ.
Please start introduction.
Okay. So good
Just be
afternoon,
formal,
everyone.
madam.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. As we know that we have gathered here for the third session of this day. So this session is about internal complaint committee, which is for first year engineering department, and the session was conducted by Dr. Aparna. Session will be conducted by Dr. Aparna Sajjan. Ma'am does not need actually any introduction. You know that she is a head of the department of first year engineering, and she's looking after the chemistry subject. So without wasting much time, I request Dr. Aparna Sajjan to start the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much for your brief introduction. Good afternoon, students. There are very few participants. Only about 55 to 56 students have joined the session. 200 and more than 240 students have taken admissions. But we are getting very poor response from the students. Let it be, but our department follows 75 to 80% attendance. 75 is the mandate given by the university, but we follow 80% attendance. And we count the attendance of induction program also. Try to remember this whenever we are considering the best class, giving the best class award, or considering the best induction program report. So for that, we check whether the student was present, was interactive during the sessions or not. Got it? So hopefully all of you are writing your induction program reports, day-wise, session-wise, cumulative report. You are going to submit it at the end of the induction program. Okay, to your mentor teachers. I think all of you are familiar with me. I am first year engineering head of the department, but along with that, I have also the responsibility of presiding officer of internal complaint committee, the committee that looks after women at workplace. So wherever there are institutions, wherever there is a company or a college, there will be such committees framed. AICTE has made it mandatory for framing such committees to look after women at workplace. Women at workplace, especially this committee looks after the sexual harassment of women at workplace. Try to understand the meaning of this internal complaint committee is framed for looking after the complaints related to sexual harassment of women at workplace. Okay. Now, keeping this at one side, hope I am audible to all the students. Whenever we are doing something wrong, what indications do we get? What indications do we get from our body or mind? Yes, I want reply from the students. Whatever, however small it may be, I'm telling you, however small the thing may be. So when we are doing wrong, what indications do we get? Yes.
Bad intuitions.
Fear. fear in mind before doing?
Bad intuitions.
Bad intuitions. Yes, after doing this, I may be caught and this and that may happen. Yes, guilty feeling will be there, but mostly it will be felt after performing that wrong work, wrong task. However small it may be, if we are doing it wrong, then we are knowing it, right? We are knowing it that it is wrong. Yes or no? Until and unless our mind is not grown up, if a child is doing wrong thing, it will not be knowing. The child will not be knowing that this is wrong, this is right. But once the brain grows up, it starts giving us indications that whatever we are doing, whatever the small thing we are doing, this is wrong. So one is fear, guilty. So, and sometimes if we are stealing something, then what happens? The hands will, we feel nervous. The hand starts to shiver. It feels embarrassing. Yes, if someone caught us while doing that wrong thing, then we feel embarrassed. Yes, guilty, and many questions come to us. We get depressed. Yes, very good. So, even after all these things, we have seen in our society that very big crimes get committed, isn't it? We are talking about very small things. For example, if I pick up a pen from anyone's compost box, or if I pick up a book, if I steal a book from anyone's bag, or anything else, or else if I, while running in the morning, you have seen in the ethics session, universal human value session, that all of them were differently abled children. So that is why they thought of lifting the other child which has fallen. But in the other case, sometimes what happens in a running race where all are normal, sometimes what happens, a student may give a kick or small touch to the other student or other child, so that he will get slowed down, isn't it? Such tricks. So they are very small thing, but in the society we have seen that big crimes have been committed. Okay, so once we know that this is wrong, then we should not step into that. We should not do. So कॉपी करते वक्त, इधर उधर देखते वक्त अगर टीचर आपको देख ले, तो then your guilt feeling is seen in your eyes, is observed in your eyes, that you are feeling guilty because it's not expected that a student looks into the other's paper and writes the answer, isn't it? So you are knowing that this is wrong. So if it is not expected act, and if it is not accepted by the society, then we should not perform such things, such work or tasks, if it is not expected and accepted by the society. Okay, so with this base, I will move on to the information. I want to give you the information about the internal complaint committee. Okay, so internal complaint committee is framed to look after the harassment issues of women. But when the committee is set up, it should be transparent. it should take into consideration of both the parties. Whoever is committing the offense and the victim. So sometimes what happens, the victim may not be actually victim. Okay, unnecessary, we should not blame anyone. Unnecessary to bring someone down, we should not hire a complaint. So all these crimes happen when we have anger in our mind, we are jealous of someone. एंगर के वजह से भी क्राइम्स होते हैं, जेलसी की वजह से भी होते हैं. Okay, and if to all the boys side, I want to say that if someone is saying no, then you have to accept it that it is a no. Okay, so no means no. And for the girl side, I want to clear it that do not blame anyone unnecessarily. Do not take undue advantages of the laws that are framed for protecting the women in society. Okay. So let us move on to the next part. So I will be giving the information. So about the internal complaint committee, its functioning, composition, and where and how to hire the complaints. So this is the brief summary of outline of the. So all this is based on the Sexual Harassment Act, Women at Workplace, 2013. This act was brought into force from 2013. So our committee was framed in 2017. Previous presiding officer was Dr. Takle. And since 2019, I have taken over as the presiding officer of Internal Complaint Committee. So internal committee actually is framed in order to address the issues especially related to sexual harassment and gender equality. So you can approach any of the member of the internal complaint committee. You can give oral complaint also. Oral complaint means we will just sit together and try to have a counseling session among the two, and so that the problem is resolved. But if you are giving a written complaint, then there is a process. And at the end, the committee seeks the help of a lawyer, and FIR will be lodged against the criminal, you can call. So the objectives are to protect the women at workplace, maybe faculty, maybe non-teaching staff, and all the girl students. So usually women are being harassed, but sometimes there may be male category who also gets harassed. They can also hire their complaints. The issue is serious. So we follow that are set up by the set up under the Act of 2013. So The decision will be unbiased, and resolutions or rules and regulations are followed. Counseling will be done. If sufficient, then we call the external members also. And one member who is a lawyer by profession in this committee. So all students must be aware about this committee, that there is a committee to look after such complaints. And the students feel safe and secure in the campus. At the same time, each student should be respected. So there should be a conducive learning environment provided in the campus. So it believes if we practice respecting each other, whatever the age may be apart, irrespective of age, irrespective of gender, irrespective of positions. Try to remember this. Irrespective of positions, irrespective of age, irrespective of gender, you have to respect all. So the committee aims, first is complaint redressal. The complaint has to be addressed following the Act of 2013. Then we, at present, I am doing the second part, spreading of information. I'm spreading the information that we have such a committee to look after such issues in the campus of VPKBIT. And awareness workshops are to be conducted, and counseling to be done. Counseling services are to be done. I am there as a counselor. Most of the members of the committee are female faculty and staff. So you can approach anyone, any of the members of the committee, but you have to speak up. Is there anyone from the student side, anytime did you feel that you are depressed? Yes. Did you feel that you are depressed? No, very good. That means you have got a fertile environment always. No. All the answers are no, I'm happy. Sometimes, due to such kind of depressions, any living being, any human being can lose hopes of life and thinks of suicide. Isn't it? Ending life is not a solution. Ending life is not a solution. You have to find out a positive solution for, there is a positive solution for every problem. So our approach should be in a positive way. So ending life can harm the near and dear ones' life, isn't it? So whoever is connected with us, they get depressed because of such things, such decisions, such wrong decisions. Okay, so we see around us in society, we hear the cases that the person or the student did not get the required package, so he or she thought of ending the life. No, that is not the solution. And the present generation has uh, less patience. Present generation, so they don't want to compromise. Sometimes we have to adjust. We have to adjust with with this present circumstance, and we have to lead the life. We have to lead the life happily. So that is why we are conducting so many sessions, happiness sessions, health and happiness session, meditation session. Okay. So who can file the complaint? Any student can file the complaint. So after filing, a written complaint has to be submitted to the cell if the situation is severe. Try to understand it. If the situation is severe, you can file the written complaint, and after that, inquiry will be done and confidential. All the things will be kept confidential. So this is the internal complaint cell of our institute. These are the members. Ms. Prachi Kale from Mechanical Engineering Department, Mr. Madan Zadav from ENTC. These two are faculty members, and non-teaching members are Purnima Sarode Madam from librarian, Mr. Dandavate from the office, principal office, and these are the non-teaching members, female and male. And there are 3 student members in the committee who also attend the meetings, regular meetings. Gauri Maid from computer engineering, 3rd year computer engineering, Sakshi Shiraskar from the TE mechanical engineering, and Abhishek Raut from the AI and DS department. And apart from this, one external member who is also secretary of Vidya Pratishthan, advocate, Miss Neelima Guzar Madam is there, and who is also a member of Environmental Forum of India, Varamati. She is also an advocate, so external member. So this is the constitution or composition of the internal complaint committee of VPKBIT. Check the chat box. When we go through, we should find the answer for that and find that with the situation. Yes, we should fight with the anything can happen, but we should have that strength. Our mind should be such strong that it will fight against everything. So like that we have fought against coronavirus, isn't it? So such virus will be there in the society also, isn't it? So bad elements will be there in the society. They were also there right from the beginning. So bad is always associated with us. We have to fight and overcome all our difficulties. So these are the resources that where you can get all the information related to this sexual harassment of women at workplace, Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act 2013. It's written, it's published in English as well as in Hindi. So this is, do not suffer in silence, speak up. So always you have to express your feelings to someone who is near to you. And as already all of the teachers have told you that anytime you can approach your first year teachers, you will get a solution. Any difficulty, whether it is small or big, any difficulty, with any difficulty, you can come to us. We are always there. We will try to help you out to come out from that difficulty. Always, I assure you. So this is, there should be gender equality, respect for each other, and all should live with dignity. No one is less. So in the silence, you have to speak up, whatever happens with you or whatever you are suffering. You have to speak your sufferings. Best is parents. If you are not that close to your parents, you can come to us. We are like your friends. You can discuss your difficulties with us. Any kind of difficulty. But don't take wrong decisions in life. So there is a complaint box which is kept. One of the complaint box is kept in the main building and the other is kept in the new building also. There are two buildings, and this was the meeting photo that has been clicked during the during unboxing the complaint box. So we have observed that there were no complaints in the complaint box. If the complaint has to be addressed urgently, then don't put the complaint in the complaint box. Please approach the members of the committee. इसमें डालेंगे तो टाइम ज्यादा लगेगा because once in a semester we usually open it. But if the problem is needing urgent addressing, then you please approach any of the members of the committee. So for first year students, I am there. Other teachers are also there. Even if you approach them, they will surely help you out with the problem. So these are some of the acts of which are considered as harassments. All should know any kind of unwanted touching or other physical contacts, then making remarks. Then especially in the first year side, we have seen that unnecessary texting is done, phone calls are done. We have already addressed such issues. So do not trouble anyone with phone calls or sending messages. You all are having your having a dream of good career. So if an FIR is hired against you, then all your career will be under question. Try to understand this. Do not become yourself threat for your career by doing such unnecessary things. Do what you are supposed to do in the campus. You are here for learning. You are here for completing your undergraduate BE course. So only that is expected from you, that you must do. Okay? Don't do other unnecessary work which may put you in trouble. Got it? Yes? So try to be honest with your parents. Try to be honest with your learnings and honest with yourself. Do not get distracted from your goal. Got it? Do not get distracted from your goal. Complete your degree in the time. Now you can see that there are punishments that are fixed, but the punishment can be severe or it can be too severe depending upon the crime that has been committed. Okay, so if it is small one, you may be kept in a lockup for 1 day with fine, or depending upon the severity, you can see here 3 years, 3 years of imprisonment, 1 year of imprisonment. So depending upon the type of the crime, and even peeping into others' room or anyone else is also considered as a crime. Is also considered as a harassment. Stalking anyone, stalking means किसी के पीछे पीछे जाना, unnecessarily wherever they are going you follow them, so that is also considered as crime. That's also not expected and it is also not accepted in the society. So you can see the punishment is jail. Even if you are not put behind the bars, FIR bhi agar hota hai, to then you will suffer a lot. Try to understand it. So don't think about doing anything. Always try to keep this in mind that I have this goal, I have come here for this goal, I will do only that. But apart from that, in the academics, also if you find any difficulty, you can approach us. Okay, that is other thing regarding academics related counseling. Also, we will address separately. So this is only related to the harassments. Okay, so these are the women specific legislations or rules that are made to address the women issues only. And these have gone now, Commission of Sati and all. They have gone. Domestic violence is there, Criminal Laws Act 2013, and indecent representation of women. These are still active. So this is what we are addressing now, the Sexual Harassment, Women at Workplace Act 2013. So Indian Penal Code 1860 and Indian Evidence Act 1872 are legislations that are favoring women. All right, that was all I wanted to express as a presiding officer under Internal Complaint Committee about the laws, about the in-depth knowledge of the laws. You will get it during the SIP of second semester, where we will be calling experts from the law department. Okay, law department faculty are going to address in depth the women related acts, especially the Sexual Harassment Act. Okay, all right, that was all from my side. So if you have any questions, you can ask. What is peeping? Yes, peeping means झांकना. कहीं से भी, किसी के भी खिड़की से झांकना, किसी के रूम की खिड़की से झांकना, that is peeping. That is also considered as a crime. Good question. You don't know. I am happy that you people don't know such things. Any other questions? Anything else? Hope all of you have understood what I wanted to convey. Yes, students? Oh, very few students are there. Hope all of you got what I wanted to convey.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, very good. Any questions?
Ma'am,
Yes.
I accidentally filled this link in last meeting only. Can I again fill this form?
Yes, fill it.
Attendance.
Yes, fill it.
Okay.
But whether it will get duplicated. Okay, any questions from the student side related? Yes.
Do we have to write report on each session?
Yes, one paragraph on each session. What you have learned under this session.
Okay. Do we have to make separate notebook, or can we write on single pages?
You can write it on pages also. You can type on in a Word file also. Whichever is feasible, you do it. So put today's date, day 1. Today's date means the day of the session. Date डालो. उसके बाद day 1 है तो day 1 लिखो. Then you write session 1, what has been dealt in the session 1. Then session 2, its summary. Session 3, its summary. If it ends, then end it there. Next उसी पेज में अगर पेज बचता है तो you can start day 2 day with a fresh date and next session
Okay.
like that. Day
Okay,
2, session 1, session 2, session 3. Day 3, session 1, session 2, session 3. With date, huh? You should also write the date.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
If anybody has any queries, please feel free to ask.
Don't think we do not address such things. Do complaints come to us? हर साल एक ना एक complaint रहता है, but it will not be in a written format. It will be a oral, small one, which we could easily resolve it by counseling. Till today, extreme cases हमारे यहाँ हुए नहीं है because as a woman at workplace, I do feel very secure in this campus. Any questions? So I think there are no questions, madam. Thank you to all the students for attending the session. Madam, you can conclude.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So we have seen that how the internal complaint committee work. ICC, as Dr. Aparna Sajjan is presiding officer for this particular committee. We have seen the objectives, the things that is happening under this particular committee, And ma'am has assured you that if you find any difficulties, you can contact any faculty of first year engineering. We are here to solve your difficulties. So this session tell us the ethics and morals that we should have while living the daily life. If all of you have living with the ethics, then there will not be any complaint against anyone from anything. So as ma'am said, it's being I also being associated with this particular institute from last 9 years, and being a female candidate, I feel so protective and secure in entire campus, and I'm sure that you will have the same experience. But still, thank you. But still, if you feel anything, uh, if you find any difficulty in your personal or professional life, in hostel or college life, you are free to come to us and share your difficulties. Thank you so much, Aparna Sajjan ma'am, for your valuable time. In spite of your busy schedule, you have guided our student about this particular committee, which is it is essential for them to know about this particular committee. So with this, I conclude this session as well as this day. I have already posted the feedback link, and that is feedback come attendance link for this particular session in chat box. You are requested to fill the feedback link. Uh, just observe that the feedback link will have the session name. So make sure that you have filled the feedback of the same session. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Aparna ma'am. Once again, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So, Nane sir?
So now, sir.
Yes, madam.
Yes, sir. We have ended.
Okay, shall I close?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all.